All right, hello. This is Marie Diaries. This is part two to the reading that I'm doing in regards to Gary Coleman. All right, so if you would like to subscribe, like, comment, share, you're more than welcome to. All right, this is part two to the reading that I'm doing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do some more clarification with the tarot, with the second deck of tarot. All right, and my nose is continuing to itch right now. The Eight of Pentacles is at the back of the first deck that I use right now. All right, so what do we need to see from the second tarot deck to clarify this energy out here in regards to Gary Coleman? We had the Five of Cups that just flew out with the Knight of Swords. You had the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups keeps popping up. You had the Emperor sticking out, which is right here. You have the Lovers that's sticking out. I also see the High Priestess that's sticking out a little bit. So I definitely feel like he's in regret. He could have been in regret, or he is in regret, or something about the month of May could be significant around that time. Like maybe he could have got some kind of sign or something, but he didn't. He's in regret about not, following what he was getting or something like that. Yeah, now I split the deck with the Knight of Swords and the Emperor. So he could have got some kind of, I don't know, something was communicated to him, or he got some kind of sign or something around that time before the act, before he fell, and so forth. Yeah, now I split the deck with the Five of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords. Clarify the world sideways in regards to Gary Coleman and his passing away. Before, during, and after. Now we have the world coming out in the upright with this deck. Wow. We had the King of Cups at the back of the deck. So what did I say he was again? He was an Aquarius, but he's coming up as the, so maybe this is he coming up. He could have Pisces in his chart. Yeah, look, the Death card, Death and Rebirth at the back of the deck. So he definitely yeah, look, wow. So I feel like he's waiting on what's gonna happen with her, or something like that, cause she's coming up as this Empress again. Or there could be something about a mother figure on his side, or I was just getting, maybe he's coming back as a woman. I don't know, something like that. I see the Knight of Wands right now. Let's go ahead and clarify some more. Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman and his passing away. Before, during, and after. We have the Ten of Wands. So we literally have the Ten of Wands out here twice. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands, Temperance. So I'm getting that his wife, she could be a Sagittarius, or she has that somewhere in her chart. Wow. She could have that in her chart. And I feel like he could have this King of Cups energy in his chart somewhere, because he keep coming up as the King of Cups. Or this is just about his feelings and emotions. Because if you look at the, oh my God, no, my nose. If you look at the King of Cups, 11:27 on the alarm clock, Ten of Pentacles at the back of the deck. But if you look at the King of Cups, it shows the King of Cups as him having his foot, that in and out energy, one foot in, one foot out. All right, so yeah, he definitely could have been his feelings for this wife was, I'm getting not all the way there, or it was like, yeah, again, the energy of the King of Cups, in and out. Yeah, Justice is at the back of the deck. Justice is in Libra, because she didn't do what she was supposed to do, and I just feel like he could be, you know, maybe he was feeling like that, something about the month of August I'm getting, because again, you have The sun in Leo is under the Hierophant in Taurus. The sun, Ten of Wands, King of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, look, death and rebirth again. Clarify the temperance in Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. You have the temperance coming out again with another card, which is the Knight of Pentacles. He was slow to do something, or maybe he feel like something is slow to balance out. You literally had the temperance card. The temperance card is out here 3 times under the same row. The Knight of Pentacles, Two of Swords with Three of Cups at the back of the deck with the Page of Cups. Excuse me. Now my throat want to be itching. I haven't had that happen to me in a minute. I feel like he was slow to see something or something, or hopefully she didn't do anything else. I'm getting. I don't really want to say that, but it is alleged. I don't know. I I wonder if it ever came up anything about anything being in his what's that called, that toxicology thing. Suck. People are so fucking cornballs. Yeah, so I don't know if anything came up in his how you say, his toxicology report. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus in regards to this energy. You have to excuse all the background noise because they want attention so bad. They don't get attention at home, so they be wanting attention. You had the Two of Cups with the Six of Swords coming out. Page of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus for this energy in regards to Gary Coleman. You have the Seven of Wands coming out in the upright. So I don't know if there's something about something being blocked off, or I feel like he's standing his ground when it comes to, or she could be. Two of Cups, Six of Swords comes back out again with the Page of Pentacles at the back of back of the deck. Something about some news. All right, yeah, Two of Cups. Something about news in regards to their relationship, or about the whole thing about the child thing with the Page of Pentacles. Clarify the world again in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the world. You had the Queen of Swords. I definitely feel like she's burdened about not making a decision, not being truthful about in the beginning about what happened, or she wasn't being truthful in regards to his passing. Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after. Clarify the death in Scorpio. Yeah, you have the Justice just coming out again. I feel like this is giving me, she feel like she was right with what she did or something. She felt like she was right. Yeah, Strength card, Strength card, King of Wands, Two of Wands with the Ace of Cups. Clarify the Temperance and Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before, after, and during his passing away. Clarify this Temperance and Sagittarius. You got the Three of Swords. So yeah, it's definitely, this is confirming the Three of Swords that I was getting earlier in part 1 of this of the reading. Yeah, the Chariot turned over in the middle of the deck. She definitely could be something else could be coming out in 3 weeks. Yeah, Three of Pentacles just fell out. Eight of Swords. Wow, 3 weeks, 3 days. Something about the winter or the spring could be significant. Behind those two is the Three of Cups. I don't know if it's gonna be coming out that somebody else could be involved, which I said I was feeling like that King of Cups could be something. We got the Eight of Swords to the Five of Wands. Split the deck. Ten of Swords was turned over in the deck. Clarify the Hierophant in Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the Hierophant in Taurus. You have the Six of Cups. The Emperor also did just turn in his. This Six of Cups is literally on the Queen of Swords and the Justice card. So I definitely feel like he is wanting justice in regards to cuz you know it's like this whole thing, like what I've learned, like that stuck with me, and I think I even talked about it in my diary about how, you know, me working in healthcare, um you know, so when a person is like in the hospice care, like when, okay, I won't even say hospice care, but when they in that period of death, when you know, they're in a bed, um their eyes is closed, you know, they might still have some type of, not some type, but they still have like you know, vitals, they vital signs is still coming up, but they're not very, you may think that they're not very coherent, but they are, like, because even I was taught, like, you know, working in healthcare, like when they pass away they can still hear you and stuff, like they, so if you talking and stuff, you know, basically over them, even probably in the room, they're able to still hear you. So I don't know. I'm getting something about that right now. I don't know why I brought that up, but I feel like I needed to say that. But you literally have the Emperor and the Seven of Swords that turned over in deck. So you have the Emperor, which is right there. In between is the, like, wow. In between is the Ten of Pentacles. So if I turn that over, that's how it came out. You have the Emperor, the Ten of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. I feel like he feel like something was stole from him. Him having more time was stole from him. It may be something even about 10 years. Excuse me. He might have had a, if he didn't fall, he might have would have had like 10 years still. Because I don't know if his health was bad or anything when he fell. I have no idea about any of that, but something about 10 years could be significant. Because he passed away in 2010. So if it's 10 years, that would have been 2020. So he probably could have lived till 2020. Wow. Are you for real? Hold on a minute. Yeah, y'all, that could have been, he might have would have, if that didn't happen, he could have, his time probably was really to pass away, possibly, allegedly, I don't know for sure, but the 10 years I got 2020. Page of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Mm. Cause you know 2020 was the start of the 2020 was the start of the pandemic and everything. So I don't know if he had any underlying health conditions, but yeah, wow. So or he could be saying that she literally took 10 years off his life, but why? That's why I'm getting like if you know, you add the 10 on to the year that he passed, if he was really supposed to pass later on, it could have possibly been 2020. Oh yeah, I'm getting a pinch on my left side. Oh yeah, Probably, possibly. Wow. Let's do another row. Clarify the world sideways in regards to Gary Coleman. Clarify the world sideways. You have the Nine of Pentacles. So now you have the Nine of Pentacles out here twice. You have it in the upright under the world sideways. And you have it in reverse under the Hierophant in Taurus. I don't know if this is saying that she's like single now. This Nine of Pentacles. I'm getting like, yeah, we have the Eight of Cups at the back of the deck. She might be single now, or something about 9 years could be also significant. Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman. You have the death and rebirth. Now it's like all the cards that's coming out so far. You have the temperance under the temperance row. In the row of the temperance, you have three temperances, two in the upright, one in reverse. Now you have the death card coming out again, clarifying the death card for the overall energy, and both of those came out in the upright. Wow. Clarify the temperance in Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify. You have the Ace of Pentacles. So out of both decks, out of both of the decks I've used so far, you have three out of the four aces out here. Towers at the back of the deck. Nine of Swords, the Star with the Four of Swords. I'm getting they didn't have a lot of they might not even been very intimate with each other. Is that what I'm saying? Yeah. They might not have been very intimate with each other because the Ace of Wands is not out here. You have the Ace of Swords out here. You have the Ace of Cups and you have the Ace of Pentacles. Then you have the Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups under the Temperance card. Clarify the Hierophant in Taurus in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Wow. You okay, so you have three cards that just came out. The Eight of Wands with the Six of Swords. And you have the Five of Wands that came out by itself. Something about 865 could be significant. You have the Five of Swords at the back of the deck. So I'm clarifying. Am I clarifying the? I'm meaning to clarify the. What we was doing the Hierophant, or yeah, we was doing the Hierophant. So I feel like he could have been wanting to move away to calmer waters, or he was wanting to move. But somebody could have been in his ear telling him not to, or something, or he was confused about leaving or something. Excuse me. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus in regards to Gary Coleman before, after. Okay, Ten of Cups just came out. Now another Ace of Swords just turned over. So now we got the Six of Cups going to the Ten of Cups. And then again, we had the Ten of Cups under the same row with the Ten of Wands. But you have the Ace of Swords that turned over with the Empress. Yeah, something is a truth. Yeah, something is true about what I'm saying, about what I just said. Because that just turned over. That turned over when I said that after, well, it turned, the Ten of Cups, like all of them turned over at the same time. But These two stayed with the deck turned over. So the Ten of Cups is under the Hierophant and Taurus. I don't feel like he was very, he might not have been, or even both of them. Both of them could have been feeling this way, but either or. But about them not really feeling happy in the relationship, they just was in the relationship, or maybe they was more happy. I'm getting, yeah, look, Ace of Cups at the back of the deck. Maybe they could have been more happy with each other in the beginning, but and then things changed, something changed, or there was some point in the relationship where something changed where they was not really um getting along, or they wasn't really feeling each other, loving each other. I don't know. I see 11:44 on the alarm clock. We're gonna do one more row of this deck. Clarify the world sideways in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the world sideways. Oh, the sun is coming out in the reverse with the Seven of Cups and the moon. Wow. The lovers. I don't think the moon is out here already. And I'm telling you, my nose keep itching. I don't think the moon is out here. No, the moon is not out here. Only the sun is out here already. So it's something about her because behind the lovers is the Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, the Five of Cups. Is this saying that he because he could, yeah, I definitely feel like he's in regret about not making a choice to do something earlier, or I don't know, something about the month of July could be significant. Something about a choice or an option, and you literally have the sun and the moon like in reverse with the lovers, the Queen of Wands with the Hierophant. All of these major arcanas, with two of the cards being minor arcanas. But we're gonna try that again because those just flew out like really fast, really quick. Um, hold on. All right, I wanted to shuffle a little bit off camera. All right, so we're gonna do one more row of this deck, this tarot deck. Clarify the world in sideways. Clarify the world sideways in regards to Gary Coleman before, after, and during his pass away. We got the Five of Cups coming out with the Nine of Swords. I feel like he felt like his judgment was clouded because of money, or because of him being like, maybe he was the one that was making all the money around the time before he passed away. Yeah, Four of Cups. It's like he wasn't happy. He wasn't pleased. You got the Four of Cups coming out and the Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords at the back of the deck with the King of Cups. Maybe because this King of Cups keep coming up, so I'm getting like he felt he had feelings for her, but he didn't. Like, what's that whole thing? Like, you could like he wasn't in love with her. He had love for her. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. He had love for her, but he wasn't in love with her. So I'm getting now like that whole energy of unrequited. So, or maybe this could have been her feeling like that about him, or vice versa, him feeling like that about her. So it could have been either way. But I don't feel like he was in love with her. He just had love for her. That's why he stayed. Because, in the video, like I said, that I watched, I think I might have watched two videos that day when I seen the whole thing about her not passing that part of the lie detector test. Um, yeah. So I feel like he had he wasn't in love with her. He had love for her, so that's why he stayed. That's why they stayed in a relationship. And I was trying to get to that. They was saying they was arguing. Like I forgot. They was on one of the judge shows before he passed away. I don't know how soon or how close to when he passed away, but he was on one of the judge court shows that used to be on the TV heavy around the early 2000s or whatever. So yeah, I think I remember watching that too. I think I'm trying to think uh when I first started getting into YouTube before I made my channel. But yeah, um or I might have caught it later. Cause you could go on YouTube now and watch old episodes of stuff. Cause stuff been on YouTube that be like 10 years old and stuff like that. I think like that's the best thing about YouTube is like even though they be kind of being funny with stuff sometimes, um, you could go back and find stuff from videos that was like uploaded like I say the oldest is like what 10 years I'll see. I don't think I've seen anything older than that being on YouTube. I'm not sure. So yeah, actually YouTube could have started really being popular like 2010 or maybe just a little before or something. Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman and his passing away. Before, during, and after. Clarify. You had the devil. Wow. I definitely felt like he was in bondage and he was being manipulated with this devil card coming out because the devil ain't even come out in the other deck. You have the magician with the two of wands, the knight of cups, and you have the star card, which is in Aquarius. That's his sign. Clarify the temperance and Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before after Three of Pentacles slides out. Yeah, again, that whole energy. He feel like I'm getting she held back on her obligations. You have the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. I feel like he also felt uh that he was in mental confinement about making a decision to do something. Like he was slow with acting on something, slow with maybe even divorcing her. Yeah, because there was a lot of confusion or something, or a lot of conflict and confusion, a lot of you know confusions and manipulation in regards to them communicating and stuff with this Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. You have the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, not King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and you have the Five of Swords. Clarify the temperance, or excuse me, clarify the Hierophant and Taurus in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus. You have the King of Cups. I am so like shocked that these cards is coming out under the same row. The Two of Pentacles is coming up again with the Queen of Cups and the Hangman, Ten of Pentacles. Wow. The King of Cups is literally under the same row under the Hierophant and Taurus. Again, this lady, his wife, she could be a Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Taurus. I'm heavy getting that either she's like a fire sign or a water sign. But I definitely again get the energy like he had love for her. He had love for her, but he wasn't in love with her around that time because again, like I said, prior to his passing and everything, they was on, I don't know if it was divorce court. It might have been divorce court. But it was with one of the female judges. Was it I forgot. I think it was one of the black female judges. Uh I think it might have been the one that's retired now. I think yeah, she's retired. It might have been her show she had back then. It was one of the black judges. Yeah, that's what I remember. I don't think it was what's his name, Joe Brown, Judge Joe Brown, I think, or the other one, what's his name, Mathis. I don't think it was neither one of them. I think it was a female judge. The show they was on, I think. The Knight of Pentacles turned over in the deck. You also had the Hierophant turned over in the deck. Yeah, I feel like he was going back and forth with what he actually wanted to do in regards to, either divorcing her, leaving her, whatever like that. She had him like stuck or pinned in a corner or something because she could have been making it feel like she wanted to make the relationship work or something like that. I'm gonna use this Shadow Oracle deck. Alright, I'm gonna use that. What cards do we need to see from this deck in regards to the relationship, in regards to Gary Coleman and his wife? Either how his shadow energy was feeling or hers. Anything else in regards to him or his wife? All right. Back of the deck, we have Fearful. What came out was Quick-Tempered. We have Vengeful. We have Shame. We have Narrow-Minded. And we have Resisting Change. Yeah, so that's definitely the energy that I was getting, because a lot of these cards is in the reverse. And again, like I said, I felt like I started to feel like that towards the end of me doing the tarot cards. It's like he had love for her, but he wasn't in love with her, and he chose to stay because maybe, I don't know how long they was married. I don't know. It seemed like it might have been like, what, 9 or 10 years. Then maybe, because that's what's popping up. I forgot, because in the video it did say when they got married. I forgot what it said. I don't know if it was like early 2000s or something. I don't know. Or it might not have been that long that they was married. But let's see what else. What else do I want to use? Let's use one of the Kipper decks, or do I want to use the other? Look, Judication. Yeah, let's use the Kipper deck. Let's use that. 33 minutes in. Hopefully, I'm not gonna try to make this an hour. I did say I wanted to use the other Oracle deck, the mixed Oracle deck, so I have to grab that. What do we need to see from this deck to clarify the world sideways in regards to Gary Coleman's passing away, before, during, and after his passing away? We have the message in the reverse. Message came out in the reverse with the number 7 on it. You have the Lovers. 15 breaks down to 7. 24 breaks down to 6 with Thief. And we have Community. 39. Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman, before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the death in Scorpio. Clarify the death in Scorpio. You have the False Person. So I feel like he was looking at this. Yeah, because look, you got the false person card. She has the mask. He has the mask over his face, but she has the fan, which is trying to, what is that, masquerade her face. masquerade who she was or masquerade her feelings. I'm getting you have the privileged lady. 12 breaks down to 3 with main male imprisonment. Wow. 29 breaks down to 11. So something about 1311 could be significant. I don't know why I'm getting that with those numbers. Clarify the temperance in Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before. Oh, damn. You got high honor coming out in reverse. Upright is 25, breaks down to 7. You have courtship at the back of the deck, number 4, followed by bad health and adjudication. So you literally have 4, 4, and 3. Yeah, 4, 4, and 3. Wow. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus. Main female is at the back of the deck. You have Thief. He feels like she stole. She stole from him. Somebody else could be significant with that because you got 3 people on this card. It doesn't have to be. Hold on. Yeah, something about another person could be significant because, yeah, look. Split the deck's expectation that was turned in towards the deck. So something about money. Uh, when she completed this out, she definitely she was expecting something. She might not have been expressing that a lot, but I feel like she definitely could have been expecting something. You have this at the back of the deck, and I was looking at that when I noticed the thief card. Let's do one more row of these. One more row. Clarify the world sideways. Automatically courtship comes out with the number 4. Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the death in Scorpio. Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman. 2 cards just came out. It kind of came out a little. Let's see. You have the marriage card and you also have the despair. Yeah, wow. 35. Something about 332 or 35 could be significant, which breaks down to 8. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, so he felt like this marriage was false, or he felt like she was false. Yeah, excuse me. Yep, he felt like the marriage was false or she was false. Back of the deck, you have occupation, breaks down to 7. Clarify the temperance in Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the temperance in Sagittarius, please and thank you. Clarify the temperance in Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Please and thank you. Oh, not 3 cards. We're going to put those back. Yeah, something did change, or there was a change. Something about the month of September could be significant, or I'm getting the 9th of the month. You have bad health that came out, which 31 breaks down to 4. Yeah, courtship also has the number 4. And like I said, look at that. You literally have the card where you got the nurse holding the paper in her hand, but that could just be symbolizing the what I was talking about in regards to how I said when you get into a certain state when you have to have somebody make decisions for you. She didn't follow what she was supposed to do that was on his thing. Yeah, and she could be in her thoughts now. What the these 3 cards just was out there together with the bad health card that came out. That is in wow. So this card with the thoughts, it don't literally have to be the man being in his thoughts, but he could be. He could literally be in his thoughts. He could been in his thoughts about how his life had to end it, and that it he could be feeling like it ended early. And you see, like if you break the numbers down, you got 7, 8. Well, this would be 10, but you got 7 and 8. Something about 80, what, 78 or 87 could be significant. But yeah, she could be in her thoughts, or both, or either or both could be in their thoughts. Because I feel like, again, I feel like she was expecting something, which that was popping up. She was expecting something. But yeah, there is something about this synchronies. There go to 9. So this is breaking down to 7 and 8, and then you have this is 10, and then you literally have 9 at the back of the deck. Clarify the clarify the Hierophant in Taurus in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the Hierophant in Taurus. Clarify the Hierophant in Taurus. Two cards came out. You have a mature man at the back of the deck. Oh. You have imprisonment. 29 breaks down to 11. You have wealthy man. 13 breaks down to 4. So I don't know if anything's coming up about somebody else, or that wealthy man could be him. Because 13 breaks down to 4. But you do, yeah, but there still could be something about somebody else. I don't know who this other man is, but I don't know if that's representing him, because I feel like the wealthy man could be represented as like the King of Pentacles. But this definitely could be somebody else. I don't know who this mature man is. Yeah, look, you have mature man, family room, concern, expectation, 39 with community, main female, poverty. Wow. Who is this other man? Is this somebody that she went to get some kind of seek counsel or something like that? Or a lawyer, I guess, maybe. Somebody that's representing her. I don't know who this man, other mature man is. Yeah, and then behind that you have poverty, main male, message of concern with gift. And then you have thoughts and change, followed by coffin. So yeah, this is interesting. Let's actually use the real quick, because it's going towards 50 minutes. I'm gonna do one row of the Juliet and Romeo and Juliet deck. Clarify this world card in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the world. Two cards came out. You have determination, which talks about courage, perseverance, no more indecisiveness, firmness. So she was very determined with her decision. Why is this not? There we go. She was very determined with her decision. You also have Count Paris, which went out in the reverse. So narcissistic, attractive, noble, sincere. Do I want to take that in the reverse? No. But I don't know who that could be him, maybe, possibly. But if it is him, I would take it in the reverse. But we do have fear. So this is about him and his wife. So she was definitely worried about something. So maybe that's why it came out in reverse. Maybe he wasn't narcissistic. He might not have been all that, considered to be attractive to, the world's. But then again, he's to me he still looked the same. He didn't really look any difference from when he was a child. Like, as far as he didn't look bad. So, but Maybe that's why that card is coming out in the reverse. So I'm gonna take it in the reverse because I'm not getting that him being somebody that's a narcissistic person. Now, attractive thing, you know, he looked like a, he's giving like even at his age, he gave like he still looked like a kid. He had the face of like a the energy of like a child still, which I don't think was bad, but I feel like something about him. He wanted to sever ties with his marriage. All right, splitting the deck with both of these. Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman before, before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the death in Scorpio. Clarify the death in Scorpio. We got solitude coming out. Calm down. Listen to your inner voice. Reduce anxiety. So I'm not even gonna hold you. We got fall in love at the back of the deck. I feel like he could have been somebody that kind of was like quick tempered. All right. I'm not really getting that. Well, let me not say that because that could be both of them. The narrow mindedness. I feel like that could be the wife being narrow minded because, again, I'm getting like the whole energy about like, again, her wanting that child with him. She wanted kids with him or something and he didn't want it. So I feel like they wasn't on the same, like, that, yeah. And he could have been trying to pacify her because that literally just flipped over. But you got pacify, reassure, persuade, clarity, clarify, or identify. Or she could have been trying to do that with him. And yeah, look, marriage fell out also when I was saying that. Clarify the temperance in Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the temperance in Sagittarius. We got Fira, whatever how you say his name. Wise, trustworthy, um, caring, optimistic. That's kind of get. This card gives me the energy of like the Hermit card. Clarify the Hierophant in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. You have patience. All right, this is definitely the temperance energy. All right, we already have the temperance out here. Patience, decent, self-control. So we have the Hermit and the temperance energy out here. Or actually, the Hermit could be in the energy of both of these two cards, the Solitude card and this Fira Lawrence card. Wow. Look at the back of the deck. Fake death, disguise, concealment, keeping secrets, keeping secrets and hidden truth. Behind that, you have appointment, reject, poison. Oh, oh, that lady better not have did that. Mm-mm. I see 1212 on an alarm clock. This is alleged. I meant to be saying that in the reading. Everything about this reading is alleged. Something could be the truth. Something could not be the truth. Everything could be the truth. Everything could not be the truth. But this is my opinion, and this is the energy of what's coming out in the cards. This also goes to the first part of the reading of what I just said. Everything is alleged, but this is what's showing up. Wow. 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 Let's go ahead to the mixed oracle deck. We're going to do a few of those cards. I wanted to use my oracle deck, but my oracle cards, but we're not going to use those. All right, so this one gonna be definitely a little longer. We about to be at 50 minutes. Let's see what comes out from the mixed oracle deck in regards to this reading for Gary Coleman before, after, and during his before, during, and after his passing away. Excuse me. Clarify the world sideways. What do we need to see from this part of the oracle deck? We have criminal. which is transgressor. Can I get the words out? Of justice, prison, parole, discipline. All right, we have Captain at the back of the deck. Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman. We have Airport flying out with Carmen is a bee at the back of the deck. I also see countryside. So she was expected to just live just lavish life. Cause I don't know, did she end up getting money for his passing away after he passed or whatever? I don't know. Yeah, but look, we got gang coming out. Why is that coming out? Karma is a bee is still at the back of the deck. Clarify the Temperance and Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before, after, and during his passing away. You have Grassland in the reverse. So I'm getting like something about, you know, that whole the grass is greener thingy. That was fake because that just came out in the reverse. Clarify the Hierophant energy in regards to Gary Coleman before, after, and during, before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus, please and thank you. A lot of these cards is coming out. We have ship, something, something, something ship sail is giving like the Six of Swords or something. Give me another row. Clarify the world in sideways for Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Wow, we got party coming out. Child is at the back of the deck. So something about partying, a party, I don't know. Clarify the that could be like the energy of like this. Look, romance. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. So that party card could be the party card could be representing like, I feel like the Six of Wands. That's what that could be representing. Representing what? Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman. We got musician coming out. Child. Musician, it says composer of harmony, creation, passion, soulful sounds, and celebration. We got child at the back of the deck. So did they go out or something prior to this situation with him falling and everything? I don't know. Clarify the temperance and justice in regards to Gary Coleman before, after, and during his passing away. Turning your back was coming out in the reverse. So he didn't turn his back to something. Is literally in reverse facing ship, which says maritime adventure, nautical journeys, and sailing vessel. You have learner at the back of the deck. Let's do one more row, or we're going to do two more rows, and then we're going to use the other side. Clarify the world sideways again. For we got community turned over with bank, runaway, back of the deck. What the hell? You know what? Excuse my French. Community, it says neighbors, team, connection, society, cooperation. You have bank, it says financial institution, saving and investing, loan and credit. And those both was coming out together. Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman before, after, and during his passing away. We got bumping heads. Yeah, they was bumping heads. I'm telling you, he could have had, and he didn't turn his back, even though they was bumping heads, because that bumping heads gives kind of like the Five of Wands energy. Hold on a minute. Clarify the temperance and Sagittarius in regards to. We got window with nightclub. What the heck? GPS. Again, everything about this reading is alleged. I know I done said it already, but you have window coming out with nightclub. Party already came out under the world sideways. Window, it says framed views. Wait, framed views, glass portal, windowsill. You have nightclub, dance floor, and neon lights. Okay, and both of these cards has a female on them. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus in regards to Gary Coleman before, after, and during his passing away. Okay, then another. I just okay. So maybe it was just those two. Sorry about that. We have Crime of Passion that just flew out. Is laying kind of like on the Ace of Swords with the Tower kind of showing itself. And you have the Magician. That was, I picked it up in the reverse. We got Employee at the back of the deck. But we're not gonna take I'm not gonna take the Magician in the reverse, but musician what am I magician. So I think I was just trying to say musician, because so something about those two cards, something about MM could be significant. I don't know why I'm getting that. MM or M&Ms. I don't know. Somebody initials could be MM. Channeler of power, potential, magic, illusions, manifestation. Again, you have employee at the back of the deck with countryside, arena, and cleanup. Let's do one more row from this part of the deck. Clarify the world sideways in regards to Gary Coleman before, after, and during his passing away. Clarify the world sideways. Feeling like ish. Somebody's feeling like ish. Somebody definitely felt like, or she felt like it was a challenge, or he felt like it was a challenge in regards to their relationship, because you did have bumping heads that came out, and now you got this card feeling like ish. Behind that card, you have fraud, wish, fed up, and then you have engineer. Clarify the Scorpio, death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman's passing away before, after, and before, during, and after his passing away. Clarify the death in Scorpio. You have Jezebel. That was literally trying to. It was. I'm not taking that in the reverse, but it was coming out in the reverse. We have I love you with happily single, child, and ghosted, and then you also have casino. Excuse me. So you have these, and then you have casino. What's that sticking up at the top? Uh, bustling hub. What's this at the top of the deck that's trying to? You have social media. Clarify the temperance in Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before, after, and during his passing away. We got volunteer. It just knocked the Ace of Swords over. Where's the... Okay, we got wooded area at the back. Hold on. But you have volunteer, and then knock the Ace of Swords from the other deck off the to the side. You have volunteer, selfless devotion, willingness, spirit of service, duty, dedication. So I don't. Maybe she could have been feeling like she was dedicated to what she needed to do. Yeah. Wow. Alive just came out. I don't know why it came out with that at the back of the deck. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus in regards to Gary Coleman before, after. We have countryside coming out now, which I just said a while ago, but now it's coming out in the reverse. Fuel station. I don't know why all these cards is popping up. It's the cards that's turned in. What is that? Boat to home. Behind it, in front of it is greed, but you have boat to home. How am I trying to show that? Hold on. Boat to home, but it's supposed to be, sorry, it's supposed to be turned in like that. So any other ones did that? Yep, Challenger went turned into towards bustling hub. Um, and I think that's it, I guess. All right, let's use the other side real quick. Clarify what else we need, anything from this side we need to see in regards to Gary Coleman before, after, and during his passing away. Shady. He felt like something was shady that just turned over. Clarify the world sideways in regards to Gary Coleman. You got water. A lot of emotions. We got lake. Something about the water could be significant. Something could be in the water. I don't know. Clarify the death in Scorpio. We had blindly following through. Just flew out with 14 breaks down to 5. Taking ownership of your actions and decisions rather than blindly following the crowd or external influences. You have the power to shape your own path and make choices that align with your values and aspirations. Question assumptions and challenge conventional wisdom. Back of the deck, you have, oh wow, and I see a restaurant that's sticking out with jail. Clarify the Temperance and Sagittarius. We got Dancer. Weaver of grace, movement, harmony, rhythm, and passion. Yeah, she was very determined and passionate about, or she was very dedicated and passionate about what happened. We got a fair. So who does this fair with? We got coffee house, waiter, and was I in jealous? Oh, in love. What? What is going on with the cards? I don't like how this is coming out. What's behind love? Swindler, firestorm, landfill. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus in regards to Gary Coleman and his passing away, before, during, and after. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus. We got moving on, letting go, loving you, free. So I feel like he feels free, or this card is woman could be feeling. We got round and round with cycles, triggers, lessons with coach that was turned over. All right. This is sticking up, which is the fake death card. Hold on, the cards is like flipping all over. And bartender was turned in towards amusement, but this was at the top of the deck. And behind that is what? Revolutionist with mother. Cards are just flipping over, turning each way. Clarify, let's do another row. Clarify the world sideways for Gary Coleman. Ooh, a few cards came out. This might be the last time because we into an hour of the video. Ooh, Avenger with Blacksmith that came out. Memory, resolve, hatred, plotting, forge, melting, shaping, tempering. So something was definitely something about tampering I'm getting to. Clarify Scorpio. I hope she didn't have a hate for him or whatever to hurt him. Yeah, look, friend just came out. Clarify the death in Scorpio in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. We got Butcher. Why is so? It's a lot of like, yeah. Whew. Clarify the Temperance and Sagittarius in regards to something about a workplace affair. What the hell? What's this? I don't know. And that at the back of the deck. We're gonna try that again. Uh, these cards is just talking right. Meeting was just trying to come up from the top or slide out from the top. Clarify Temperance and Sagittarius in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. A few cards came out. You have windswept region, courier, mountains, and gambler. Breezy gusts, whirling winds, airy expanse, dancing leaves, and that's right on top of dancer. Weaver of grace, movement, harmony, rhythm, and passion. So who is this Sagittarius? I don't know. We know he's not a Sagittarius. He's a Aquarius. Um, Something about money. Gambler, it says risk taker of fate, speculation, addiction, debt, and fortune. And I literally seen the debt card flipped over in the deck. I don't see it now, but I did. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing. You have spiritual gifts. Coach at the back of the deck. What else to clarify spiritual gifts in regards to this Hierophant and Taurus? We got homeless. We got gift. Okay. Unemployment, solitude, hunger, bankruptcy, wandering, gift, cult, perversion, clown, praying was turned in towards love. Clarify the Hierophant and Taurus again in regards to Gary Coleman. You have that. So there's something definitely concealed about his death and or the whole like the thing, you know what they was talking about in regards to his wife with her not keeping him alive. Yeah, what was that? Yeah, player just fell out. Socialite of charm, elegance, expert of romance, leisurely life. So she could have been that energy of that party energy could have been coming up for her. Clarify fake death and Hierophant and Taurus in regards to Gary Coleman again. We got post office, effed up over you, and power supply, living in the moment. Mail delivery, written correspondence, package tracking. Okay. Clarify fake death, Hierophant, and Taurus in regards to Gary Coleman before, during, and after his passing away. Okay, 3 cards just came out. Ooh, you have that coming out again. This coming out again. And then you have that coming out. Oh my God. Library with that at the back of the deck. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Alrighty then. Um. So I definitely feel like he felt like there was some kind of cover up in regards to his passing. Definitely because of that, in regards to her and somebody else, possibly, allegedly. All right, okay, because you also did have that was at the back of the deck. Okay, so that's confirmation of this card. And confirmation of the Eight of Pentacles at the back of that tarot deck. All right, we are an hour and 8 minutes in. Mm-mm-mm. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Whew. Boy, I tell you, it's always some BS going on. Never fails. Never freaking fails. Um, Hold on a minute. I just saw 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 10 minutes on the recording. I also see 12:34 on the alarm clock. I'm going to use these 2 last decks to close out this reading for Gary Coleman in regards to before, after, and during his before, during, and after his passing away. Um, and I will definitely be uploading this today. All right, which it is now July 21st, 2025 is 12:37 on the device. What do we need to see from this deck to close out this energy in regards to Gary Coleman, in regards to before, during, and after his passing away? Could we get a few cards of this deck? Ooh, four in Capricorn with roadblocks at the back of the deck. We have a lot of cards that came out. We have Roundabout, which is number 3 in Pisces. Community, connections, new direction, keeping it moving, controls the flow of information. Solutions, circular reasoning, fluid, many working parts. Perfect time and redirect. You have 6 in Aquarius with travel, or no, that's what, airplane, excuse me, but it does says travel on there. It says long distance, speed, overcome, rise up, freedom, no boundaries, breaking free, in control, things work out, taking off, leave it behind, internal guidance system. You also have 7 in Scorpio universe. It says source, infinity, unending, enduring, eternal, uh, creation, awakening, interconnected, heaven, higher perspective, the big picture, all that is, creative force, law of one. You also have 3 in Libra with cabin, lonely, um, confined, detached, remote, secluded, go within, insulate, disengage, close off, kept apart, quarantine, island, segregate, separated, divide, disconnected, sequestered. You also have 7 in Gemini with convertible, many options, um, many options, free will, adjacent possibilities, choices, flexible adaptability, potential change, freedom, enjoyment, two-faced, going with the wind, alternatives, preferences. Last 2 cards, you have 3 in Scorpio, friends, friendship, group, soul tribe, third person, contact, relate, network, show up, hang out, meet in person, social media, interpersonal relationships, togetherness, friendliness. The last card is 7, uncertain. At this time, the situation or outcome is undetermined. I literally see 777. I also see 333, as above, so below, so below, so without, so within. All right. And I do see 777. So you have 777 that came out with these 3 cards. I don't know if they popping up on there, but that's 7 right there. 7 and 7. And then you have 333. As above, so below, so below, so without, so within. I feel like I'm saying it wrong right now, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. But there go the 3 threes. So it's 333 and 777 is coming up. And then you have the number 6. Back of the deck, you have the 4 in Capricorn. Black roadblocks. It says block, change, barriers, challenges, time to regroup, stuck, paralyzed, obstacles, stalling, temporary setback, take a detour, not right now, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And again, that is 4 in Capricorn. And then we're going to close it out with the Archangel Oracle deck. All right, so in regards to this reading, it does say, well, the card that came out, it says, you know, the situation, the outcome is undetermined, but what archangels is assisting in this reading for Gary Coleman? Whoa, a whole bunch of cards just flew out. Let's see. Wow. So the 3 that I do see right off the bat, we have these 3 over here. We have the Seven of Cups, the Lovers, and the Temperance. Seven of Cups, God, the just God. And she has a time capsule in her hand. It says 47. It says contemplation makes the truth known in legal proceedings. Okay. Okay. That is the Seven of Cups. Something about this month can be significant. Something about 7 months from now or 7 months ago could be significant. We have the Lovers, joy of God. Joy and pleasures brings happiness to couples, removes negative energy. So something about that's clarifying him and his wife. I don't know if she's a Gemini. I'm getting she could be like I said, either of water or a fire sign, but she could be an air sign, or that could be his energy, or just the energy of both of them together. You have the Temperance 35, the God of joy, reconciliation, regains the favor of those who was offended, and that is the Temperance card. You also have three other cards I think that came out, or it might be four. Let's see. Oh, it was three other ones, but they came out. All of three of them came in reverse. You got the Seven of Swords, the Hermit, and the Star. You had the Seven of Swords, 66. God nurturing and maintaining everything. Knowledge of good and evil appeases divine anger, cures epilepsy. I don't know if he was dealing with that. It's a possibility that maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But that's what it says on the card. And that is 66. You also have the Hermit, which is 70. Word of God creating all. He also has a time capsule in his hand. In another, I don't know if that's like the thing with the hook on it, like the curved hook thing. It says alchemy and transformation rules natural events, helps with spiritual progress. So I don't know. I'm getting like he could be something in the spiritual. There could be some spiritual court going on in regards to this. Also, the last card, and he could be helping in a spiritual sense. We got the Star, which was the last card. 32. God the just. Clemency and equilibrium, protects against attacks in the courts. Wow. Yeah. So something's this was ever since 2010 in his passing. They've been working in the spiritual sense of the court in regards to coming to the physical. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, the Five of Cups is at the back of the deck. Um, 43, God, King, and Ruler. Prosperity, destruction of enemy, and deliverance from bondage. With the Queen of Wands behind that. So this lady could literally be a fire sign, or she could just be coming up as the Queen of Wands energy. I don't know nothing about her prior to her getting with him or anything like that. I don't know how he met her. I don't know. Let me see if I can find something real quick, if I can see anything about, at least I guess, her zodiac sign. Let's see. Hold on. All right, so I found his wife. She is they have Google. So her name is Shannon Price, all right? She's Gary Coleman's ex-wife. All right. She is 39 years old. She was born August 28th, 1985, which makes her a Virgo. Whew. It says Shannon Price was born on the 28th of August 1985 in the USA. She is an actress known for Divorce Court, Gary and the Gary I Knew. She was previously married to Gary Coleman. And that's all that they're saying on her. Yep. And she has one sibling. All right. So that is going to be the end of this reading. All right. So yeah, this is what the energy was for the reading in regards to Gary Coleman, before, during, and after his passing away. All right. I do see 12:47 on the alarm clock. All right. Again, I will be uploading this sometime later on today, which is now July 21st, 2025. All right. If you would like to subscribe, like, comment, share, you're more than welcome to. And I will see you soon when I do the next reading and video.